Hi, my name is Eric, and I chose the challenge of going to a new church. Now, I went to a new church called New Life. I heard about it through Instagram and I heard about it through a friend, and I was like, why not? And let's go check it out. So, when I went to New Life, this location, I believe, is off of Wallaceville near like North Shore High School area. And this church was different because I've been to churches where they're big and they have big congregations. That's about like 400 people. And when I went to this church, it's as small as maybe like 50 people max, maybe. And I went there, I believe, 2 or 3 times to check it out because I feel like to understand the church, you have to go more than once because there could be different types of lessons they teach. Well, this church was very interesting because it was Spanish speaking and also English speaking. When the service starts, it's actually on a Saturday at 6 p.m., which was different than your traditional church being on Sunday in the morning usually. So it was on Saturday at 6 p.m., and it was something to experience um, because of everything that was like set up and how it went. But it was really touching and amazing as well. First, it starts off with the worship. They do about 4 songs. They do about 2 English, 2 Spanish, because they have both Spanish speaking and English speaking, and they usually only have one service, so they have everyone together during worship. So they have 2 English, 2 Spanish, and it was interesting because I sort of know Spanish, but it was still in a way the presence of God was still there. Only because not of the words that were said, but the people who were singing it and the instruments and just everything and the whole surrounding just made God's presence still be there, even though I sort of didn't understand the words that were being said and certain points, which is kind of hard, but still very touching. Um, and then after worship, they separate from the main congregation. They have Spanish speaking, and then you go upstairs and they have English speaking. So for the most part, I go upstairs for the English speaking, and it's still very good. They have the pastor downstairs speaking Spanish, pastor upstairs speaking English, and the word was good as well. It's pretty open and pretty straightforward. It was very touching only because this church, they give you the scripture, introduce you into new lessons. Usually every time that I went, and it wasn't always just happy and smiles. You know how like about the Bible. I mean, yes, it's good, but there is also it's hard times, it's bad, and realization of how the world is. So it made me realize the realness of the world, and like there's the craziness, there is the good, there is happy and smiles, but there also is like scariness also too to the world. But it was very touching because they had the worship, they had the word, and throughout it was maybe not too long of a service, which was also good. But also the good part that really touched me the most is that the worship wasn't scheduled like a concert. It wasn't timed. It wasn't like, oh, we need to cut off at this point. It was very good because if they felt like a song should go longer because they felt more of the presence of God and the more touching, then they kept going on and on, which was very very interesting. And the people are very welcoming. They introduce you, make you feel like family, invite you out to dinner out after to go eat or hang out. It was just a very good experience of how this church was very more family welcoming, more small, intimate, which is also really opening to me. And it just made me open my eyes and made me realize I might try this church a couple more times and just be open because God can reach you in multiple ways and reach you in multiple churches. As long as you just see the or feel the experience of God, then that's the best part of being in a church or being part of a family that is a church. And that is my experience of experiencing this church called Nueva Vida, New Life. Thank you.